What's up, everybody? My name is Dave Torrey and I am freezing. Now, before I start on this week's episode, I'd like to thank you all for giving me 500 subscribers on this channel. I'm so glad that you guys joined me on this quest to go out and find and save history, and I'm so glad I have more to show you. Now, this week we had a blizzard, and then it rained, so it melted, then it froze over again. So I'm going to be digging through a lot of snow and ice, but I did manage to find some really amazing stuff. So watch this.
I have no idea what to say about that. Looks like a reflector almost. I swear it was attached to something on the back. It was hitting like high 20s too, so it tells me it's probably not aluminum. What a weird thing. Next. Probably the best thing I've heard all day. Sounds like it's kind of a weird shape, or maybe kind of crooked in the ground. Oh, there. Looks like two coins kind of fused together. I wonder if that's a couple of Indian heads that have been stuck together in the ground for 100 years. Man, muddy day. Yep, just a couple of Wheaties hanging out in the ground. Good signs though. Well, here's a sight for sore eyes. In the woods behind this old park. Digging up nothing but Lincolns and stuff like that, and I just popped a little flat button. It is so muddy today. Yep, that is a little shank though, so onto the right stuff. Man, this is just one of those days where everything is covered in mud. There's so many roots in the ground I can barely dig, and somebody's been here before. So I'm holding off on the live digs because everything I touch just turns to brown. But looks like these people did miss a couple of things. Cool little harmonica reed there. Nice. Hopefully they missed a coin or two as well. Just messing around with a kind of scratchy, like 30s tone. And that thing pops out. Not sure what to make of it yet. Maybe a button. Kind of looks coinish. Backside looks pretty messed up though. Maybe a nickel. Kind of looks like a nickel to me. I'm gonna clean it off a little bit. Man, my eyes must be off today because that is a 1920 Wheatie. Why did that look like a nickel to me? Gotta get my eyes checked. Ha! An interesting little article. I actually just found one of these last episode. Pink. Little mirror top from a makeup compact or something like that. Interesting. I like stuff that fell out of pockets. Well, this one took some work, but I do see a shield and a wreath. And that is an Indian that has decided to be an octagon. Cool. I've been digging these big chunks of copper pipe that are ringing up like perfect 33s and 34s. Totally prepared for this to be the same thing, but I got a good feeling about this one. Ah, I bet you I see a little D buckle right there. Good deal. Nice. The D is a good sign. Whoo! Today is a tough one. Everything's pretty frozen. We just got done with that huge blizzard a few days ago, and then it all got washed out by rain. Then all that rain froze, and here we are. But I'm out here on a great spot, trying to dig through the ice, and I think I just got something decent. I don't know what it is yet, but it looks to be a coin. Nickel, hitting 12, pretty solid 12 on the Equinox, so definitely a nickel. Gotta clean her up a little bit, see what I got. Oh, I think I see a V. Yep. V nickel. Woo! Not a bad start. I think that's a date right there, too. 1903, maybe? Good deal. I haven't been hunting down here too much because the only times that I came down here I just found clad and pull tabs, but I've cleaned the place out pretty well otherwise, so down to the sketchy areas. Here we go. Yeah, this sounds like about the best signal I've heard so far. Sounds a little confusing though. Kind of silver, old silver dime numbers, but a little bit smaller than that, kind of down to penny numbers. Maybe a wheat penny or something. But I dug it wide just in case. Okay. It is this. Oh. And that is cool. Look at that. That's a fun little buckle. That's why it sounded weird. It's still got the iron, you know, thing on it. That's a cool shape. I like that. Interesting. Alright, so I just filled in that plug from the buckle, and interestingly enough, seems like there's a really similar signal right next to it. It sounds even better. Cool. Maybe this is all part of some, like, you know, horse tack leather strap system that had a couple of buckles on it or something. I don't know. It sounds like it's right down there. Ooh, right there. Another buckle. Nice. I knew that sounded similar too. Very cool. Yeah. That's interesting. They both have kind of weird bends to them too. Those are nice though. Sweet. This is kind of an interesting one. I was just digging this 1213 signal, and I see all this first. It looks like a cigarette wrapper or something like that, and then a nickel pops out. So it's like somebody must have had a pack of smokes, stuffed some change in there. Interesting. Doesn't look like a, it's a Jefferson. I don't know if it doesn't look like a war nickel. It's all beat up. Cool though. Money. Now that was hitting a 1617. It's got a real irony patina to it, but it was also hitting like a, you know, I don't know, up to 20 or something like that. And I see those two solder points on the back. So I'm confidently calling that a horse rosette. Pretty cool. I know that there was some 1700s activity out here, so that could be pretty old. Colonial horse rosette. Sweet. In the pocket. I did not expect this one. I saw a little chunk of glassy looking stuff sticking out of the snow, so I kind of kicked at it for a minute. And it started coming loose. Bam! Lock set. With the doorknob still on it. Cool. At least I found the front door. Alright, I was just digging like a 15-16 signal. And stuck my shovel in the hole, and I see this come out. I'm not getting excited because I didn't hear any other targets in there with it. But that is a purse clasp. And this is the same place where I found that purse full of coins a while ago. I found a couple of these here too. So there could be hope that there's more. Oh, I can't believe this. So I just picked up that purse clasp and I didn't hear anything else in the hole. I checked it again, because you got to do that. And I found another chunk of the purse. And then I just kind of messed around with my pinpointer a little bit. I think I just flipped out a coin. I think this might be the second time in my life that I just found a purse with coins in it. Looky right there. It looks like a silver to me, and it looks like it's on top of another coin. Oh, yes. Oh, my day is made. Made. Oh, that's so great. I bet it's going to be a merc. Yep. There's an Indian right there. And right attached to it is super washed out, actually. I don't even know. It's silver. But I do not know if that's a merc. Huh. You know what I'm going to do? I'm not even going to clean this right now. I want to leave it attached to the Indian head. And I'll come back later. This purse dig is still going on. Of course, I'm going to check the heck out of it. Make sure that I get everything, but... oh yes, there's something else down there. Oh, what a great day. There it is right there. It looks like a few things. Yes, sir. Quite a few things. Looks like what I would say is 3 Indian head pennies. Oh, no, there's more in there. Oh my God. Whoa, there's another tiny little purse. Look at that. It's another tiny little purse thingy. This is getting insane. Got my nice little pile here. Oh my God. There's more. This is amazing. There's another Indian, I believe. Yep, that's going to be another Indian head right there. Oh, yes! Okay, come on. You got any more? Yeah, there's more though. Oh my God, there's more, there's more, there's more. You guys, there's more, there's more. Oh, there's more. Oh, kid in a candy shop. I am a kid inside of a candy shop. Boop, boo, doo, boo, boo, yeah. Right there. What? It's like 3 Indians fused together. Oh, maybe that's a nickel. Oh, man. What a horde. That's so great. I think that's 2 Indian heads fused to a nickel or something right there. Oh, my. Okay. I've searched the area around where I found the purse entirely. I don't think there's anything else in there. This is insane. This is the second time in my life that I've ever found a purse with coins in it. And the first time was like 200 feet that way. That's wild. That's so wild. So here's the wrap up of all the good stuff that I found just now in this stuff. Here's the tiny little purse clasp. Here's the larger one. got 2 Indian head pennies sandwiched around a nickel. Indian head, I think 2 nickels on an Indian head penny, and then a Indian head that is attached to what I think is a washed out 1 dime side up dime. So that could be seeded, that could be a barber. I don't know. I think that I really want to take this stuff home and, like, you know, pull it all apart where I've got some water and stuff. It's just so friggin' cold here. I can't do anything with it. Seems a little jumpy and a little big, but it's about 5 feet away from where I just dug the purse, so. Huh. What is that?
So how did you see it?
What's that?
The coin. How did you see? Oh, you had a
That's right, yeah.
Geiger counter. Yeah.
Metal detector, yeah.
Yeah.
You got something else right here.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure at all what it is yet. Have a good day. Huh. That's interesting. It looks like, you know, like a valve or something like that, like a handle for a faucet. It's got this gigantic thing sticking out of it. Whatever it is, that could be a pretty cool coat hook. It looks like it's solid copper or brass. It's really heavy. Interesting. That's very interesting. I like it. Okay, just got home with my little stacks of coins that are frozen together, and I'm going to unglue them live for you guys. Start off with this little stack right here that looks like a nickel Indian. It's already coming apart. That might be a weedy. We'll see. Oh no, it's an Indian. Yes. Now I haven't done anything with the dime yet, so these Indians are going to be my indication for what that's going to be. I see an 1880 something there. Good signs right off the bat. Nice. All right. And here is a nickel and an Indian head penny that haven't been separated for like 100-something years. Yeah. That's cool. Look at that. There's still some patina on there. What am I looking at? Ooh, it's a V nickel. Go figure, but it is. You can see that nice V right in the middle. It's still got that good nickel patina going on. Look at that. Maybe an 1897. Yep. Looks to be what it is. There we go. 1897. And then an Indian that was so nicely sandwiched. It looks like an 1870. Wow. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I think that's an 1870. That's really cool. Sorry for the camera focus. It's terrible. All right. Next up, looks like 2 nickels sandwiched on a Indian head. And, ooh, I'm pretty sure I see a shield right there. Heck yeah. I think that's a shield nickel. Very cool. All right, this is looking more like coins that haven't been separated for like 150 years. Bang. Indian head. Wow. So that purse, you know, that was 3-4 inches down, but it was not that deep. I didn't think they were going to be this old. 1 cent. 1 cruddy Indian. I think I see an 80 right there. That kind of looks like an 1880. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. You're going to see it in the end once I clean it all up, but I think that's an 1880. Oof. Rough. Yeah, that's definitely a shield right there, though. All right. And here is 2 nickels that haven't been separated for like 100-something years. That's so great. Yeah, so that's my shield right there. Oh, and there's a 5. There we go. Now I've got it. It's all coming together. That one I might have to do some cleaning on before I see any date come out of there, but that might come out to be a really nice shield nickel. This one is a total mystery so far. Maybe you see something I don't. Maybe you don't. I'm not seeing it. Well, it was sandwiched against a shield nickel, so I'm assuming either shield or V. Either of those would be pretty cool. I'm going to have to clean it up. I'll bring it back at the wrap-up. Let's see, we got 1 more Indian here that was not attached to anything when I found it. Looks to be an 1895. So that confirms that this purse was lost after 1895, on or after. That's pretty cool. And all of this so far, it's pointing me towards this possibly being a seated. Oh yeah. There's our 1 dime right there. Okay. Please focus. This is the big reveal. See the 1 dime? Oh, nice easy break. Oh yeah. It's a seated. Oh yes. Okay, we'll focus on that in a second. Yes, that's my 3rd seated dime ever right there. Sandwiched up against a 1887 Indian head. There you go right there. Nice little coppery spot in the middle where it was stuck to the seated. Yes. Oh my God, it's a seated. Oh, I'm so happy about that. It is thin though. This is a interesting coin. It looks like it might be an 1860 something. I really can't tell if that's an 18 something 6 or an 18 6 something. Trying to let you guys see it as I do so that I don't, you know, leave you out. It's got this weird X on it, like somebody marked it up. See that? Oh man, that thing is rubbed out. I love it though. What a beautiful thing. Look how thin that is. It's like Trime thin. Oh, I can't believe I found a seated today. I'm so happy. Just before I finish things up here.
Okay, let me just
This seated dime is pretty corroded on one side, and so what I like to do is throw it in a little bit of white vinegar. And I did this with my Trime and it came out beautifully. You just throw it in the vinegar and you let it sit for like an hour at a time. Woo. And just give it a flip like every hour. Give it a little flip and kind of a light rub, and usually that stuff comes right off of it and cleans up really nice. So that's what I'm going to do, especially since it's so washed out. There you go. All right, here we go for a wrap up on a couple of very snowy and muddy days of metal detecting. Starting in the back with this honker. I still assume this is some sort of a decorative hook. It's made out of old faucet handles and copper or brass fittings rather. It's got this huge hook sort of thing on it, and with the way that it was designed, there is definitely no way for water to pass through there, so it was definitely not a faucet system, though it may have been made with parts of one. Probably just a cool old decorative hook, which I may reuse as a coat hook. Got this sort of interesting little plastic and aluminum reflector. I don't really know, I can't seem to find anything online like it, but I'm assuming like an old bike reflector or something of that nature. A couple of old horse rosettes, which are always cool to find. Great relics. These ones are not so ornate, but always good to find them. This thing is actually kind of cool. This is the lid to a makeup compact. Shing, shing. And on this side, it says, Mi Nena. And I can't really read what it says below that, but in Spanish that means my chick. So probably early 1900s lid to a makeup compact, maybe made in Mexico or Spain, who knows. I think that that's kind of like a Mexican derivative word, Nena, though. So, sort of interesting. I got this nice chunk of lead, which I didn't think much of at first, but that was found in the area with all those 1700 relics, including a 1738 KG2, and it's, you know, got this hole in it, and it looks very hand molded, hand melted. I'm assuming that's an old handmade fishing sinker, because it is right in the area, right around a salt river. So that's kind of a cool find. Moving on, got these little purse clasps, which were found in the same hole with each other. So I'm assuming it might have been one sort of smaller purse inside of another that would have had the more valuable stuff. Maybe somebody had a coin purse, then they had their little silver purse inside of that. So pretty cool. Totally destroyed, and the purses must have been cloth because there was no sign of them in there aside from these things. Got a couple of really cool buckles at that same spot with the 1700s relics. I don't really know how old these are, but they have some really interesting styling to them, and they have some nice silver plating on them. Still got the iron tongues. One of them still works. Nice old pieces of history. Another debuckle. Looks like it's got some silver plating on it as well. And moving on to the really good stuff here. Got a little flat button in the back, which does have some markings, but I can't really read it. I'm assuming it says best color or something like that. May have been silver plated at one point. Nice and old. This is a tiny little pendant that I found that appears to have some sort of a leaf on it. Maybe like a kind of a Canadian maple leaf or something like that. Just copper, but cool old piece, maybe turn of the century. Here's my totally destroyed octagon Indian head penny, which I can't even get a date off of. Just enough details to know it was an Indian. And then we've got all the stuff that came inside of these purses. Some of these coins cleaned up amazing. I could not believe it. Like, they still have the actual, that nice kind of amber copper patina on them. They didn't green out so much because they must have been sitting in that cloth forever. And yeah, I just brushed them off with some water and then gave them a light toothpick, and all the great details are right there. So that's an 1880. There's an 1887. Similarly beautiful condition. We've got an 1895, which, spoiler alert, turned out to be the oldest coin, or the newest coin in these purses, which is pretty amazing. I assumed these things were going to be a lot newer than they were. This is a 1890. And best Indian of the collection here, in 1870. Very rare that I ever find any 1870 anything Indian head pennies, and apparently this one's got a little bit of value to it, so that's pretty nice. Really great condition still. This was actually not found in the purse. This was at the beginning of that day, and it was kind of in the same spot, but 1893 V-nickel. Or sorry, 1903, I believe. No, it is in 1893. I couldn't read it until just now because I just cleaned them off. Beauty. And then moving on to the nickels that were in the purse, look at the condition on that. That is, without a doubt, the nicest V-nickel I've ever found in the ground. These things usually get totally destroyed and they never have any of the patina left on them. But this one was sandwiched up with those Indian heads and inside of those purses and stuff, so it stayed relatively nice. 1887. V for victory. And the other two nickels turned out to be shields, which unfortunately the shield sides are totally toasted out, so I wasn't able to get dates off of either of them. But look at that 5 side. Doesn't have the raise, so I guess it's not super old, but I love these coins. They're very cool. Nice styling on them. And I love that it came out of the ground in that condition still. This one is so washed out you can barely see anything on it, but you can see those stars, a little bit of the 5, and there is a tiny little bit of shield back there still too. Very cool. And right up in the front row, I couldn't believe this. It turned out to be a seated. And not only that, it is a centennial seated. It's pretty washed out, but that is an 1876 seated dime. And it is so thin. Like I was saying earlier, it's like trime thin. And it looks like somebody has very intentionally made an X right over the 8. The 1876. I was looking it up online, and a lot of people made love tokens out of these and commemorative tokens. So I'm assuming that might have been what this was to somebody at some point, because it's so washed out that it's like, you know, I don't even know if they would have accepted this in this condition anymore. I guess they probably would have, but I think that it's so washed out and it's marked up that I'd imagine that this was some sort of a keepsake when it got lost. And maybe somebody crossed that out to commemorate the passing of 100 years since the Declaration. You know, that's the only thing I can really speculate, is that somebody was excited to say, you know, we're past 1876 now. Either that or they were like an anarchist or something, I don't know. But that is a beautiful coin, my 3rd seated dime ever, and I'm really happy about it. I say it's a beautiful coin. It's a beautiful coin to me because it's a really nice old seated dime, but it is quite washed out. You can just make out the date. Still, blew my mind. Made for an amazing hunt. I can't wait to put it in the collection. So, if you guys like what you saw, then like, subscribe, go out and dig cool stuff up. I'd also like to bring to attention that with the 6 Indian head pennies that I found on this week's episode, that brings the tally for Indian head pennies on Indian Head Hill to 60. 60 Indian head pennies found in the last 4 or 5 months in this one spot. Incredible.